Relationships, friendships, and navigating life's hustle. Today we're diving deep into the game of balancing work, entrepreneurship, and keeping those tight connections alive. It's all about being true to yourself. And you know you gotta address the elephant in the room, social media. From double taps to DM slides, we'll break down how it's changing the game of relationships. Join me Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Fire 716 Radio. Welcome to Unplugged, the podcast where we keep it real about relationships, friendships, and navigating life's hustle. Today we're diving deep into the game of balancing work, entrepreneurship, and keeping those tight connections alive. It's all about being true to yourself. And you know you gotta address the elephant in the room, social media. From double taps to DM slides, we'll break down how it's changing the game of relationships. Join me Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Fire 716.
Unplugged.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of J Unplugged. So today I have here with me the No Limit Label podcast. So this is pretty exciting. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How you?
I'm good. We have a bit of different talents in the building. So can you guys tell me what you do, we'll start from King.
Okay, I am the audio producer, engineer, my fault, of the No Label podcast, a DJ. I was the last member of the team, but these two started the joint, so I kind of just got added on to it.
I'm Dante. I do like the video production, editing, as well as host on No Label podcast. I also do video production and photography outside of it. Kimon shouldn't sell himself short. He's a very vital member to the team.
Absolutely.
No matter when he jumped the board, he's always been an asset. So I just want to say that.
It's like he's been a part of the team the whole time.
I feel so
good.
I'm Nelson. I'm also co-host of No Label podcast. I just on-screen personality try to dive deep into some topics that with artists, creatives, business entrepreneurs that they don't normally get to dive into.
I love it. So how did you guys get started? How did the No Limit podcast come about?
No label.
You keep saying
No label.
We bought it. We bought it. Oh man, we were juggling through a few, and I believe No Label just kind of stuck. Like it was something we just kind of looked at each other. It was like, oh yeah. Nah, but it's been it honestly came about because we were starting off with music, and we were saying like you don't need a label in order to be successful in the music industry. So it started with that, and we realized we could kind of branch out more from the term No Label also. So, and we just been rolling ever since.
We all met each other at Fredonia, though. Like I knew we all came in at different times, but we eventually like met each other from parties. I mean, we knew mutual people. Again, I was doing a radio show at Fred, like just with me and my other friends, but I had took DJ to like a different level in life. So I was doing house parties a lot. But then he knew my other business partner. Maro's not here today, but
shout out to Maro.
Shout out to Maro worldwide.
He also a part of No Label. Definitely doing a lot of camera work, but he's really like a producer. So that's how me and him started. But I know he met Maro talking about music.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you know Maro in Fredonia?
Nah, I actually didn't. Like I seen him around. Like I knew he did music, but I didn't really know him.
Yeah.
I met Maro through Nelson.
Yeah, Maro was like one of the first people I went back to school, and maybe like after maybe like a 3-year break after dropping out, and I came to school. I didn't know anybody, and I want to say you might have been in there with him, and that was arguing about music. And I'm like, these dudes don't know what they're talking about. So I just hop in the conversation. Next thing you know, like 3-4 hours go by, and next is me and Maro just been talking for the past 3-4 hours about music. And I was telling him how I was done with it. I'm never like dealing with music industry stuff. And he looked at me just like, bro, we just sat here for 4 hours talking about music, bro. You're not done. So I was like, I guess you're right. And then we just been cool ever since.
Can I ask you why were you gonna quit music?
It was
talking
jaded.
Honestly, it was something that I was always trying to like find my lane in, and it was just like I went to performing arts. I played instruments. I've DJ'd. I've tried to produce. I've audio engineered.
Find a way to bring up performing arts.
I DJ. That's
crazy.
So, and it was just like I just couldn't find my group. I've managed, and it wasn't for me. And music industry politics alone could turn anybody off from it. So it was just like I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang it up, like I'm good, like whatever. But it's just something like I couldn't shake.
That's crazy. I just learned something today about him. I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't know.
That's funny.
The thing is, like, me and Noah got like similar music business paths. Like when I started music business, anything, I was in high school. That's why I first started DJing that. But the studio and the team I was working with, it was all grown men. Like I was like one of the few teenagers, and it was in a barbershop right down the street. So it started there. I was doing a little fake DJing at team parties. I started learning how to engineer. College came, and then I met. They tagged me in on no label, like season 2. I think I was already a season down or whatever. And then I just kind of, Mara was like, "Yo, they just need an engineer." I said, "All right, well, I ain't doing nothing." You know what I mean? Like, and of my guys, I'm like, "All right, let's do it."
It was a perfect fit. It was just a perfect fit.
That was easy.
What year did you guys get your start?
I think it was like end of 2019. Because we started off really just doing like a general like music business, everyday topics, music culture, Black culture, all that type of stuff. Like just within like my living room, me, him, and 2 of my other friends, Dion and Vaughn. And then at that point, me and Nelson like knew that we wanted to do like interviews and like really talk to artists and creatives in the town. So we kind of just branched off and started doing that probably like end of 2020, maybe like summer 2020. And then that's when we like started on that portion of the podcast and kind of like evolved it.
Do you guys ever find it challenging? Because I know this, like, I've had so many challenges already, and I'm only on like episode 13.
100%.
Oh yeah.
If it's not challenges, then it's not really worth it.
That's a fact. And like I want to say, when we first started the podcast, he was in Buffalo, I was in Fredonia, 45-50 minute drive. I was taking that drive every weekend for about 20 weekends.
Dedicated.
You know what I'm saying? This is in the winter. Like I'm literally working all day, jump in the car to drive, sit and talk, and then driving right back the same night because I got a test or something like that. Like I just committed. Like it was maybe like episode 3 or 4 where I was just like, yo, this is crazy. What am I doing? Like, and it was just like, all right, if I show it, like if I get there, like I'm just doing this. Like it's just no matter what. And I got there. So
yeah, I almost quit like episode 3. I was done.
Why?
But I was about to say, what's so hard about it?
It wasn't okay, so
Almost cussed.
Can't help it, bro.
That's crazy.
it was like, so 2 people back to back had canceled on me, and like so one week somebody was like, okay, I can't make it, and then the following week somebody else was like, I can't make it. I get very frustrated easily, and I shut down like quick. So I was just like, oh man, I'm not doing that. I came in, I started talking, and I was like, yeah, I was gonna give up. Frank didn't even know. I was just like, yeah, I'm done. It's like, what? Like, but I'm glad that I kept going. It's been great. So
Glad you did too. Can't get discouraged. There's always gonna be like those moments, those bumps in the road. You just kind of, if you got a solid team around you, especially too, like y'all just all could get through it together.
Facts. We had to have it a few times at the no label. I know one person. We don't gotta say no names. But
Yeah, I think we only had it once. Somebody canceled.
Yeah, it was one cancel or like one.
Yeah,
no, it's like 2
okay.
no shows, and then but it was.
Hold on. I know.
One at the
2 no shows.
gallery. One at the gallery, then it was one at Bridge.
No. We was at Squeaky Will.
We did have a.
That's when. Yeah, this is before you got on the pod.
I don't even know.
But I'm gonna just say the person who didn't show up happened to be on the pod this season.
Oh, shout out to them.
Word.
Divine timing.
No, I'm not saying if the episode came out or not.
Oh.
It was like I never get stuff like that. Like if I never experienced regular music industry stuff, that would normally discourage me. But I'm so used to how those people move. Like me and him would have that conversation a lot. Like, man, I can't stay. Hey, how they be acting and da da da. And it's like, bro, like this is how they move. Like this is the music industry. Like this is like compared to how it can get on a bigger scale. So it was like I didn't try to like take it to heart.
Man, that's my thing, and I'm like, it's cool. I mean, people have problems. Just communicate it, but also don't be hitting us up for like 3 more years about getting on the podcast. You feel me? And don't address what already happened.
Right. And then they'll be like kind of getting offended because it's like you keep bringing other people on. It's like I already had this stuff scheduled. I go about it, and I feel like I go about it in a very professional manner. So I feel like vice versa. Be professional.
In a perfect world.
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
Yeah. But what do you guys feel like? What do you guys feel like keeps you pushing in the music industry?
Me personally, I genuinely enjoy like talking about art. So it's like if I could bring my perspective to it, and like in the industry now where it's so microwave, quick, fast, like I listen to a great album, throw it away the next week. Like if I could like really like dive in and just like truly appreciate like stuff that people are making, that kind of helps me feel good to like show other people like, nah, we really do care.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's goals that I haven't reached yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm really trying to like get somewhere with everything I do, and the fact that I do audio is so many different lanes I can go into. You know what I mean? Start from producing, went to DJing, recording podcasts, recording artists. You know what I mean? And then podcasting, you obviously you travel. You know what I mean? Like you go talk to mad people. The podcast alone has taught me a lot about Buffalo culture because we from Niagara Falls. So like a lot of stuff over there as kids, I missed. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see a lot of the things they seen. So as far as the music industry, it's like I learn something new every day.
What's one thing about Buffalo culture that you learned?
From the podcast?
Falls? Yeah.
It's way bigger than it looked.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
I feel like with Buffalo, a lot of people are more dedicated than people in Niagara Falls. And I don't mean to come off.
Yeah, it's no
like,
shot. I know what you
I
mean.
don't mean to come off in like a rude manner, but most of the people that I have interviewed are from Buffalo. And I can see the route that they are going compared to the route that people in Niagara Falls are going. And it's just like, or I don't know, people in Buffalo are a lot more humble. You need to be humble to get places in life. A lot of people in Niagara Falls, their egos are bigger than them.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Because the thing you saying that they might say the same thing about Buffalo.
Low-key, yeah.
And that's what I'm like. It's a lot of things. Like Niagara Falls is really just a sector in Buffalo. It's just one sector, but it's such a small sector that people, like she said, their egos don't get checked, or it's like they, one small accomplishment to make you feel like that dude.
Yeah.
But then a month later, you're really not doing nothing.
But I want everybody in Niagara Falls to succeed.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. I have students. I got students that's from Niagara Falls, and it's like the resilience is like, it's like admirable. Like I'm like, yo, like y'all push through. It's like I know if you find like get a little bit of perspective, travel a little bit, and see what else is possible, yo, that's when you could really change and like really take it to the next level.
It's amazing the amount of people that from Niagara Falls and Buffalo have never been outside of Niagara Falls and Buffalo. Once I started seeing the world, I started realizing like I do not want to be here no more.
That part,
you know what I mean?
Right? Because
I don't want to cut you. I know you got to answer the question.
But Nelson, he has a different perspective when it comes to that. He always says the more he traveled, the more he like appreciated Buffalo.
That too.
It makes you, because it's like you don't have a idea of like context, like even in America, right? Like we say, oh, we from the bottom, we from the struggles. Like you have a home, like you have a building where you live in that has probably a couch or maybe a mattress. Versus when I went to Africa, I'm getting off the plane, I'm looking at a shack, and I'm looking at people with literally a mattress pushed into a bush. You know what I'm saying? They sleep on the streets. It don't snow over there, so they could sleep outside all year round. So it's like I'm watching people who literally have nothing, and then it's like okay, we saying we from the bottom because we in the projects, but it's like in reality, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it's like when I talk about building perspective about appreciating Buffalo more, it's just like yo, like not many places have an art scene like we do. Like not many places have the food that we have, the diversity that we have. It's a rare thing, and I think like once you don't have, it's like you don't know what you got till it's gone, type of thing.
Felt that. Music industry. What was the question about the industry? Well, why you keep going into music?
Oh, I didn't realize we were
Yeah.
doing a round the table thing. All right. I would just say like I grew up listening to music. I grew up being passionate about music. I grew up being passionate about like videos and film and movies in general. So being in that lane and then doing it in music and the art and fashion like world, which is all things I'm passionate and interested in, it just kind of makes it easier to just go through life doing that. So it's not really necessarily needing something to push me. Like this is like what I'm genuinely passionate about and love doing. So I want to get as far in doing that as I can.
This is a question to everybody. How did you guys realize that you had a passion for music? And then, who is your favorite rapper or artist in general?
Because every day in my life, I just wanted to be listening to music or like whatever I was doing, like the soundtrack or the background to it was music. And like, I was like a basketball player, football player growing up. And then it went through a point in my life where I didn't like play basketball for a little while. I was just kind of done with it. Took like a year off, but I was like getting more into music, watching interviews, studying like different artists, their background, managers, different ways I could get in the music industry. So I would say that's it. My favorite artist all time. No.
Sorry.
That's hard. Pause. Y'all don't gotta acknowledge it though. Just let me say it.
Tap into the No Label podcast.
I can't help
worse.
it. I would say J. Cole and Sade.
Sure, what? Sade.
Sade.
How old are you?
Oh, you breaking my heart.
I know who Sade is. I thought you said Sade.
Oh,
No, not Sade.
I was about to say.
We got to put you on this.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Change your life.
We're a smooth operator. I knew like music was super important to me when because for a long time I thought it was just normal. Everybody just loved music. Like my dad was a singer, playing music in the house on Saturdays, cleaning the house. And then like I went from performing arts to touch tech, and it was a very contrast. It's like from art school to engineering school. I didn't know there was a difference until like I was actually there, and I'm like, oh, nobody really cares about artistic stuff here. It's like smart sciencey stuff. So I was like, but it didn't click until maybe like a little later, and I was like, okay, this is what I do love that. That's something I really appreciate. One of my favorite artists all time, I'd probably say Nas and like Absol. Like those two people have like probably had the biggest effect on my life as far as like rappers and artists go. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I know I love music. I did chorus from 4th grade to college, and in between that time, I also did theater, and I started to just learn how to read music. So that was like the thing that made me like fall in love with it. I was reading music, I was singing music, I was performing music, and then on top of that, engineering. So literally, my life has been.
You was reading and playing music, or like reading and singing?
I was reading and singing. I couldn't really like band players. You can read a lot better than if you just singing it, but. Yeah, I was doing my little thing.
That's
I was leading a couple musical. Yeah, I mean,
come on, like, yeah. Flex.
Huh? No, I'm retired. I'm tired now. I play the music now. I can't sing the music, but yeah, my favorite artist definitely J. Cole.
Cold World.
Come on. I want to pick a female, like a singer, but I guess I just say Miguel. He ain't a female, but I like Miguel as like an artist. Like he's different with R&B and his voices. I feel like I can really sing. You know what I mean, I don't want to poop on nobody, but yeah.
You saying Sade can't sing?
I love Sade. I didn't say that. I'm just saying I ain't seen her in a minute.
No one has.
She's an icon.
She's a mythological creature.
No, I love Sade.
Nah, it don't sound like it.
She's a unicorn.
On, man. Don't do that.
She barely counts.
Yeah, some people's already on me for my Beyonce comments in that one episode. She can't act.
That's different. It's not a far-fetched statement.
Yeah, the Sade thing is way more disrespectful. Yeah,
I didn't say nothing. Yo, stop trying to.
You got to clean that up. Bro. You got to apologize. You got to apologize.
Sade, put my camera.
Right there.
I love you. Come see me if you can. Don't nobody ever come see you. But,
This is no ordinary love.
Hopefully she forgives you.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Oh yeah, but
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the Till.
So what genre is he? I was debating about this with my friends. What genre is Bryson Tiller? Really?
Are you sure?
Album is called Trap Soul.
If
a
you
lot
said
of
trap,
rapping on there.
if you said trap soul, I was gonna be hurt. Is the genre?
Trap soul is the genre?
And that would have been tough. That's what you should have said.
That's what you should have said.
Most people say that.
I'll remember that next time.
I mean, he's categorized as that.
Yeah.
I just. That's
my favorite rapper is G Herbo. Don't judge me.
Oh,
she's from the hood, by the way.
Dude, let's go.
What side
Swerve.
from again? Jordan Gardens.
Me and my mom and my brother just talked about this. She said I'm not from New York. I lived on 30th, so I don't know the sides. I don't know what.
They don't know neither one. They're like, oh no.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't judge me if y'all watch.
Unity Park is one of like the neighborhood hoods. You know, like all the buildings look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Gardens is right next to it.
Kimon told me I act like a white girl, so
You do talk like a white girl.
I talk like an educated young.
Yeah, you don't let him tell you that.
No. Not
You
like,
just enunciate
like-
your words.
not
That's all. That's
not
all.
like white girl. Like, oh, you talk white girl. Like this girl is like prissy, like blonde type of thing. Like
You like
it's like-
Starbucks?
No.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know
That's
that.
the
She
one
didn't
thing, but-
pass.
Oh, okay.
That's the ultimate test.
I'm just trying to imagine her listening to G Herbo right now.
All right, top 5. The intro? Yeah, that's the intro. Humble Beast.
I'm a little shaky right now. I had a coffee and the energy drink. So I'm a little
Jittery.
There.
yeah. So.
You was ready. She said, "I gotta get hype.
Hell.
Get ready."
Long day.
I felt that. But G Herbo though.
G Herbo is I love G Herbo.
Herb is in my top 5. Dead or alive. Top 5, dead or alive.
I ain't mad at you. I like Herb, but I don't listen to his music.
You should. It's great.
I'm sure you was.
It's really nice.
It's really good. Okay, you got it.
It's great. So back to the top 5 because I actually want to hear that now. So
You going top 5 artists now?
yeah, I don't have top 5 artists. He said G Herbo's in his top 5.
Like favorite?
You said your top 5.
Like
Are we saying
rappers?
favorite or like who's the best? It's a
Go
difference.
Let's go favorite.
Go
Favorite?
favorite. Go
Yeah, 'cause
favorite.
you already on the roll with G Herbo.
All right. So yeah, I'll just do rappers. No order. Cole, Future, Kanye, Herb, Wayne.
Wayne.
I don't really see the hype from Kanye. I'm sorry.
You're just too young.
You're
Yeah,
young.
but-
You're too
You
young.
wouldn't understand.
You weren't there for Doc Twisted Fantasy.
Yo, after she
You weren't there for
said-
college
You never
dropout.
dropped out.
You never actually dropped out.
She made it through. She actually did. No, top 5. I don't know, bro. Cole for sure.
Honorable mention Meek.
You got it. You got it.
No,
I'm not a fan of Meek.
I put him in like my top 10.
Dreams and Nightmares is arguably the best hip hop song of all time.
Play it right now.
It's
Absolutely
not.
Absolutely not.
I feel like it's gas.
I don't want to interrupt your top 5 though.
It's okay. No, you go. You already did it. Definitely going Cole Kendrick. Got to get it too. This is tough. A top 5. I don't even be thinking about it no more, to be honest with you. No, you go. 'Cause I don't know. I gotta look at my phone.
Top 5 favorite. It
That's
have to be
crazy.
rappers. Just
Yeah.
rappers.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
That's
Nas, Kendrick, Cole.
Solo.
Nah.
Hold on. How you just? Never mind.
He had the most impact on me, but it's like out top 5. And he's too inconsistent for me.
I feel that.
That's crazy.
Favorites, Vince is on there.
Vince Staples.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody said Drake.
Yeah. And last one. I'm thinking R&B, but I'm not trying to just
That-
fall into
right.
that.
I went to R&B immediately.
She said rappers.
My fault, Dante. My fault. She said,
I said rappers.
We try to make it easy.
Yeah, I don't really got the last one. Let that joint be a floater. I can feel it anyway. I can say somebody random, but
throw Nip in there.
I'll throw Nip in there.
Nip.
I got it. So I got a lot of his though. It's definitely Cole, Kendrick, Wayne. Then you can give me 50 Cent.
50. I should have said Wiz.
I should have said 50 Cent, and then because 50 we got the bops, bro. And who else? Somebody hype. I'll go Future, just because I listen to Future in the gym all the time.
Future Hendrix.
Like I really will.
Pluto.
Unfortunately, but that's my rap.
I'm actually disappointed in you.
I know.
Listen to Future.
I know.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but I just look at Kimon as my advisor all the time. So that you're listening to Future.
What's wrong?
What does that? Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah,
though?
the younger.
Future, that tells me everything I need to know.
We should
Like
think
what?
F boys.
Cap.
Nah. Let her speak.
He knows all my
Yeah,
opinions.
yeah.
So,
She don't.
Why
like
is that?
dark skinned guys?
What'd you say?
She don't like
I'm
dark
just
skin
joking.
Yo, that's crazy.
I
That's
love
good.
Dark Kings.
That's great.
All right, back to this whole Future thing.
Yeah,
though.
I need.
Everybody who listens to Future is no bueno.
Why?
It's Future. He talks about.
It's not a valid answer.
Right, you gotta
She not
explain
gonna
yourself
get,
more.
bro.
Y'all love Uzi.
I don't listen to that man.
Y'all listen to Uzi?
I don't listen to that man.
What's your top 5?
I don't have a rap list.
This is who the 5 people you would go to listen to first?
Herbo.
Obviously.
Lil Herb, right?
Who but that's why. That explains a lot. Her mind is closed. If you listen to Swervo all day,
I don't even listen to her that much.
This is what I have been listening to. I think I don't know how to say his name, but it features Lil Baby. City Boys by Burna Boy. Set Me Free by Rollo. Still by Tamia. Gorgeous by T. Grizzly.
Rilo Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Can you understand what he's saying?
And Set Me Free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the words.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. That makes me nervous.
I ain't gonna lie, I would like to trade Future out. And y'all not gonna like me for this.
I'm not.
Cause this recent album kind of put him up there.
Throw him up higher. I respect it.
West Side Gun.
Oh, all right.
See what I mean?
It's a younger,
See what I
younger
mean?
generation.
Like, the Buffalo,
It's a younger generation.
now, this is a disconnect between the cities. Like
Can you explain?
West Side Gun is the person that I don't know if he's CEO or founder of Griselda, whatever. But you ever heard of Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine? They come from Griselda. West Side is the
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
It's like I'm be teaching people out here, bro. Like I really be.
That's what you gotta do, bro.
You're
You're
the
educator at all times.
You're the advisor.
You gonna slap me up?
I didn't know that's. I thought you was just like.
Yeah.
My fault.
Right.
I didn't know.
Crazy.
Nah, but bro, I can't be if I can't 24/7.
No, they be surprised. My students be surprised. I'll be listening to like 21 Savage. That's just
That's
like
cool.
any type of like ratchet, anything. They look at me like.
Yeah, I would be very disappointed.
And me listening to 21.
You listen.
I should put 21. I'll put 21 in my top 5 favorites right now too.
I like 21.
Okay.
21's cool. I like it. But stop getting on me about your hair.
You got it.
I know all the. I am very educated in the music world. I just don't know the people that you're talking about.
I got a
How
question.
was it? I challenge that. Go ahead, Nelson.
I got a question for you. It's a little bit turning the topic, but what's one of the like biggest like misconceptions about podcasting?
I don't know. I feel like what people think that. Okay, people think that it's easy, and it's not, because once you start recording, you like I am so jittery right now. So I think that's probably the biggest misconception is people think that it's just you set up a camera and you just press record and go, and that's not what it is. Like you actually have to master the technique, the skill, because everybody can't have a microphone in front of them. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That's a word.
Like that's kind of what it's turning into, but it's not that. Like, and I feel like a lot of podcasts are actually meaningful conversations, and a lot of people think that people are just having meaningless conversations, and that is not the case.
Yeah.
That's a quote. That's a quote right there. That's a little
Big
clip.
bar,
Come
big
on,
bars.
man. I snap for you.
That's my prissiness.
Yeah, what?
Her prissiness.
Oh, God, my God. Whatever, you got it. But so you wanted to do like journalism and stuff prior to, like, what was your major in college?
Communications and marketing. So I'm
I love it.
No, it's how she enunciates every like syllable in the word that gets me.
You
Communications
speak
and
you
marketing.
speak very well. Hey.
So you ain't speak like that before you went to Niagara, and you?
I guess I talk like this all my life. People tell me I talk like a white girl all the time. I don't understand.
You don't. Don't let
You don't
them
talk.
tell
Yeah,
that.
you don't
Don't
talk
pay
like
that
a
shit
white
no
girl.
mind. Oh, don't pay it any mind.
How much will that be?
Invoice.
$1. $20.
20 cents, Frank. You gotta get this down a little bit, big dog. You said I gotta pay the rent sometime. Like, hey, man. Go check out No Label the Podcast on YouTube, Instagram. What you say on the intro? You know,
subscribe on YouTube, like on Instagram, follow, share, all that good stuff. Thank you for having us. Had a good time.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see the evolution, big dog.
Why did it seem like you were about to say something else?
she was about to flame him. She just changed her mind real quick.
Of course.
Radio. Welcome to Unplugged, the podcast where we keep it real about relationships,